Welcome to Blonde Cards and Crafts. Let's make something together. Hello crafters and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today I'm going to be making card 5 in my 10 card series using the Love from Lizi January 2023 card kit. And this card kit that I'm using is from the To the Moon and Back. And it's a beautiful cards kit. I have links down below to the kit, to Lizi's website, to my unboxing, and I'll also have links down below to my previous cards as well as the other designers who have made fabulous cards using this kit. So without further ado, I am going to make a double gatefold offset card or something along those lines. So I've seen where you take it's like a Z-fold card and you put another smaller Z-fold card on top of it. So I don't know if this idea that I'm going to make has been done before. If it has, I apologize, I haven't seen your version, but this is just an idea I had for a card. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at all the products and things that I have here to make it. So we're going to need 2 pieces of 12 by 6, and we're going to do some scoring on both these pieces at 3 and at 6. We're going to have one where we have our mountain and valley fold. So this in essence gives you a Z fold. I've done the same to the second piece, but what I want to do is rotate it around so it sits like this. So now it becomes a gatefold card, but it has these extra panels on it, so it's like a double gatefold card. But wait, we're going to do more because we're calling this an offset card. So why is it offset? The reason is because I've taken 2 pieces of white cardstock. These both measure 10 by 4. I've scored these at 3 and 6. And again, we have a mountain and a valley fold on both of them. And what I'm going to do is rotate them around. So we have this. Now this is going to sit in here. And what it's going to do is it's going to be offset. So I'm going to pull this back an inch. And I'm going to pull this one back an inch. And then when they set in, you'll have something like this. So it's kind of hard to show you now that it's not glued together, but when we glue it together, we'll have it so that, let me just see, it will sit like that inside on both sides. So I think this will be really cool because we're going to decorate it. So first of all, I have 4 pieces of pattern paper here. These 4 pieces, they measure 2 3/4 by 5 3/4, and they're going to embellish our doors here. One on this side and one here, and we'll do the same on the other side. I also have a piece of pattern paper, and this one measures 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And this piece is going to sit here. This will then sit over the top in the middle. And then we're going to stamp a sentiment in here. Now you will be able to, you could just write your message in here because I'm going to stamp sentiments here and here. But I have a little strip, and this little strip is a 1/2 inch by 5 3/4, and I'm going to put this on the back. I'm going to stamp another sentiment on the back, and that's where I'm going to write my message. Now I'm going to embellish these 2 panels and this panel using Lizi's holographic pinstripe Peeloffs. The card this lady is going to loves everything holographic. I have another card made for the person this is going to, but when I came up with this idea, I thought, yeah, I'm going to give this to this person instead. So hence the reason I'm using the holographic Peeloffs. And like I've said in other videos, Lizi has a fantastic selection of Peeloffs which really do lift a card. I'm going to use the Happy and Birthday from this. It's the September 2022 card kit, and I'm going to stamp that in here, Happy Birthday. And I'm going to take some of the little ephemera pieces. I'm going to have my little girl here. She's going to have a little bunch of flowers for my friend. I'll have my happy birthday there. And I've also got a little box of chocolates because she loves chocolates. So I may add that in. I've also got some of the fabulous gems, and I probably will embellish the card using those. Last but not least, I'm going to put 2 sentiments, one on each side here. So that's all the products we're going to be using. Let's now start assembling our card, doing some stamping and doing some embellishing together. So now I have my 2 larger pieces that is going to make the one card base, and what I want to do is add my 4 pieces of pattern paper here, here, here and here, and then the larger piece of pattern paper is going to go on here. So I'm going to glue them down, and I'm just going to speed through doing that with you. What I'm going to do here is use the collal glue and add my pattern paper onto the 2 card bases, which I'm going to then glue together to make one large card base. So now we have all our pattern paper on here. I just need to add this piece onto here. So I'm going to do that next, and then that'll give us our gatefold card. And you could stop there if you wanted, but I'm going to go ahead now and glue this one down. Okay, so now I'm going to let that dry, and while that's drying, I'm going to do some stamping on our other 2 pieces. So let's do that next. I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink, and this is a black ink, very like the Tuxedo, the VersaFine Onyx black ink, but it's just a different shade of black. So we'll pop that down there, and I've missed a bit on the stamp, so I'll re-ink that. That stamped really, really well, but I did miss a bit there. So I'm delighted with that. I'll clean my stamp now, and then I can move on to this one. I want to stamp a sentiment here and stamp my sentiment in the middle. So I've taken my happy and birthday sentiments from my Love from Lizi stamp set, and I've just placed down my little girl and, you know, her little bunch of flowers. It's like as if she's giving the bunch of flowers to the person. So I've just put it all there so I have a better idea of placement. I can take them out now and I can pick up my stamps. I want to make sure that they're nice and straight on there. Yeah, and that looks straight to me. At least it looks straight enough. So I can pop my magnets up a little bit higher now to hold my cardstock down. So now I just need to add some ink to that. And then add a little bit of pressure. Lovely, and that stamped perfectly. I'm delighted with that. Great. So now we just need to assemble our card, and before I do that, before I add these two panels into the larger one, I'm going to decorate these with our holographic peel-offs. So let's do that next. For my 3 panels, I'm going to use the widest width in these holographics. They're pinstripe holographic peel-offs, and I just think they really do lift this whole card. Like I said, the person receiving this loves everything holographic, so I think she'll like it. I'll also die cut out the letters from the person's name this card is going to, and I'll use similar pattern paper so it all kind of matches in. So the person's name is a 3-letter name, and it'll fit under there, so it'll have happy birthday, the person's name, and then the little girl with the flowers beside it. So now we've added our peel-offs to our panels. I want to now glue this panel onto this panel like that, so I'm going to use my collal glue to do that next. Now while that is drying, I'm going to take my quick grab glue and I'm going to add my little girl and her bunch of flowers. And you could add a little bit of foam tape for this if you wanted, but I'm going to glue this just flat down onto this panel. She'll have her little bouquet of flowers there like that. I think that'll be nice. So I'll add that on. And I want to have it so that it looks like the bouquet is in her hand. Lovely, and we can embellish that using our gems, etc. once we have this panel now added in to our main panel. So we're going to do that next. So now we have our offset panel ready to go into our base, and we want it to sit in like so. So what we need to do is glue this one in here. So I'm going to add some of my collal glue to the back here. Now I want to sit that in here, and I want to get it centered either side. It needs to be about even, but the great thing about the collal glue is that, especially on this shiny paper, it gives us a bit of time. So I'm going to close over my panels, and then I'm going to add glue to these. So you can see here I'm only going to add glue on the back of this panel here where it sits against the door, and the same with this one. So I'll just add glue to this half here, and that will glue down like that, and then I can add some glue to this panel as well. So it's a little bit fiddly getting the 2 panels glued down. And now I can close my 2 doors on that whole thing then. So I know we have an overlap here on the card. You can see that, you know, that this is here like this, but the card is meant to be, you know, displayed open like so. I think you can see that there. So whether it goes that way or that way, probably that way is the best, because we only have a little bit of the birthday showing there. So I love that. I'm just going to give it a chance now for the collal glue to dry. So while that's drying, I'm going to add my piece of pattern paper to the back here. And I can also add a couple of the holographic peel-offs on there as well. And I'm going to do that now while the rest of the card is drying. I have my strip of pattern paper glued down, and I've also added some peel-offs to the top and bottom of that. I've put a stamp in my stamping platform. This is a Christina Griffith stamp. Now the reason I'm using my platform is because there is some bulk to the card and I want to be able to make sure that my stamp stamps perfectly. So that's the handy thing with having a stamp positioner, and I'm happy with that now. It's come up lovely. So there we go. I have my sentiment stamped on the back and I'm delighted with that. It's the great thing about a stamping positioner when you don't stamp your sentiments when you should. I'm going to add now my little box of chocolates to this. I'm going to put it up here. So I'll use my quick grab glue for that. Lovely. And then we're going to embellish the front of the card next. So let's just flip it over. There we go. Today is all about you. A big birthday deserves a big card. Happy birthday. So now let's add a little bit of the bling that we got. So I think I'm going to add 2 little hearts. Now, I think we'll add these little ones. Yeah. So I'm going to add some of these, and we'll add some of the green gems as well. So I think we'll put one under the birthday. We'll just make sure that's nice and straight. And then I think we'll add one at the U and one, let's see, I think we'll add one here. Just close that over and make it easier. One here. And then one over here. Yeah, love that. And then we'll add some of our green. So I think I'll add a couple of those down here. And we'll add another couple of them up here. Why not bling it up? There. It's always hard to know, you know, where should I put them? So we're going to go in odd numbers. So we'll do, I suppose we'll put 3 here and 2 up there. And I think we'll add some to this as well. So maybe we'll put one up by the happy. And one down here. We could actually add one in there. No, I think I'll put one here. Yeah, love that. I think that is enough. Do we want to add some goals to this? I think I might just add a couple onto the flowers on her hair. No, we won't. Simone, stop there. It's very hard to know when to stop. So I'm happy with that. So there we go. We have a big birthday card. Let me just move everything out of the way. And isn't that lovely? I love the profile of this. I think it's so cool. Yeah, and the papers are just, they're so beautiful. The holographic gives it a real bling look to it. I love our little girl with the flowers, and that's picking up on the flowers on our beautiful pattern paper here. And then the whole thing just folds down flat like so, and we have room on the back then to add our sentiment. I'm going to add one more little heart to this, and I'm going to put it on the back here, and I think I'll add it just under there. Lovely. Yeah, I think that finishes the back. I love that. The only thing to add onto this now would be some glossy accents. We could add some onto the flowers and onto our little girl, to her hair and her eyes. And I'm going to add some accent glaze. There it is. So I have some accent glaze here. I'll just give it a little shake. So there you go. I hope you like the card that we've made today using the Love from Lizi 2023 card kit called To the Moon and Back. If you enjoyed this card, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and if you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing. If not, you might click on the subscribe button and ring the bell. You can share your makes with us on my group page called Your Cards and Crafts. You can also share it on the Love from Lizi Facebook group. So there's 2 Facebook groups for you to add your makes to, and I hope you will share your card makes with us. So that's it. That is our wow card. I do love it. I hope you like it too. And it really doesn't take long to make or put together. So I hope you'll give this card a try. So that's it. I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.